See, the reason that I was pausing with the Skyward Sword thing is because I always struggle because there's that whole thing of like, you know, when your nostalgia starts kicking in.
Right.
Like, I have no problems at all saying that Mario Galaxy is my favorite 3D Mario game.
Yeah.
When I say that, people are like, no, there's no fucking beating Mario 64.
Right.
But
you don't have any nostalgia for that.
And I don't. And I played it after the fact, so I was more aware of how like stiff the controls were and how like obtuse the objectives were.
Right.
But I don't know. It's such a weird thing. But then I kind of do have that for Ocarina.
Right, right.
So I don't know. It's very weird.
So what do you think your favorite Zelda game is of all time? Like 3D and 2D both.
Well, not counting the people who try to like show off and say like, oh, the one for Game Boy is my favorite and shit like that.
Right, right.
Most people either go Link to the Past or Ocarina.
Okay.
I lean towards Ocarina myself.
Now, have you played A Link Between Worlds?
I haven't yet.
Some people say that's the best Zelda game ever made.
I've heard that. Well, because the thing is, those are probably the people that, because what people say is that, you know, A Link to the Past was amazing.
Right.
And then every Zelda game since then has just been remaking A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense if that's finally the true sequel to what everybody says is the best Zelda game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to pick that up eventually.
So, okay, now here's another Zelda question for you. It seems like there's a lot of time traveling in Zelda. Or not necessarily time traveling, but like the story jumping between like...
Well, yeah, it seems that there's either time traveling or there's like alternate worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I never really understood any of that. So like in Ocarina of Time, doesn't he start out as, if I remember, you're like a kid at the beginning?
Yeah, you go back and forth between Kid Link and Adult Link in Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
That's the deal.
And you play the song? You use the Ocarina?
Yeah, use the Ocarina, yeah.
Okay.
And then, you meet with like Kid Zelda and Adult Zelda and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
And like, so are you basically like, are you kind of like Back to the Futuring it? Like, changing the future by...
yeah, sort of. I don't know. I don't know if you actually change anything.
And do any of the games have like don't shit on me for asking this, like, do they have a game you fucking care about, or is it all just about the gameplay? Like, are the stories actually... I mean, obviously this game doesn't have much story, but do the later ones?
Yeah, the stories are pretty good. Each individual Zelda story is pretty good.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna see what this guy is. If there's any... What you got, Holmes? Okay, 130. Is that the shield I should buy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, son. Damn, he took all my rupees.
I think that you can actually block that fireball now.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, nice.
Boom. Now, so Nintendo has tried to retroactively make a canon out of all the Zelda games.
Okay.
Which is fucking absurd.
Right. Because they're all just kind of retellings of...
Right. That's the general vibe, is that each game is just a retelling of like the same story. It's the Legend of Zelda. But yeah, there's like all this fucking thing where like every Link is just like a descendant of other Links.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of strange that they do that, but...
You know, you and I have kind of talked about this like off, like not on a Let's Play or anything.
Now, there's... That bush right there is a level, but
okay.
That's later because you don't even have the candle yet.
Oh, okay.
I think that's like level 7 or some shit.
Okay.
Anyway.
But like, it's such a shame that like Nintendo refuses to do movies.
Yeah.
Because like with where Disney's at and like where Pixar is at, like there's no reason there couldn't be like a really great family-oriented like Mario movie or like...
No, exactly.
Like, Zelda movie, like...
I thought about that too. Like it could be a fucking just CG like Toy Story like animation. But
right,
like
exactly.
Mario.
Yeah.
Although I guess the problem would be, being honest, Mario is a pretty one-dimensional character.
Right.
So to have the Mario that they've established, like all of a sudden, like speaking whole lines of dialogue, like "Hey Peach, let's go to the door."
Right.
That might, I don't know how that would hold up.
A Zelda movie though.
Yeah.
But does Link ever speak?
No.
So that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
So they'd either have to like just throw that out the window and just go, all right, this is what he sounds like, or they'd, I guess, have to go Wall-E on you, which that shit's not gonna work.
Just like grunts and stuff.
Right.